Welcome to the 69th Night of Champions for United States Auto Club. We had an incredible year for the club this year, and we really want to recognize all the champions with us tonight, past and current. We've talked about this before, excuse me, the 4 pillars of USAC. Of course, now I need to cough. We've had a lot of growth. Can I get water?
It's water. Nick, you get the rest.
Thank you, Nikki. Always there to save me, of course. The 4 pillars of USAC. We've had tremendous growth over the years. We've talked about that. And while this is our Night of Champions for Circle Track, we've had incredible opportunities throughout the racing genres. We just had a 6-hour race at the Circuit of the Americas with Porsche, which was a USAC race. 6-hour endurance race that creates a tremendous amount of work, technology to put on an event like that. In fact, if you look there, one of your fellow members, fellow licensed competitors is McDreamy, who was actually on the podium for that race. For 2025, we're launching another series called the Mustang Cup Challenge. This will race at Lime Rock, COTA, Road America, another great adventure for USAC to dip into. But behind all of that, like I said, technology. We have been investing for the past 4 years in multiple means of technology, transponder systems, track lighting, graphics, race control software. And to get all that put together has been a tremendous feat, but we need more. There's so much more we've needed to take us to the next level for racing. There's a great partner that we have here tonight, Alcamel Systems out of Spain. And we're very, very happy to announce that we created a partnership with Alcamel Systems out of Spain, the world leader in technology for motorsports, in race control, in race software, TV graphics, and that partnership will start in 2025. So thank Juan and Pepe, thank you guys. Because what you don't see behind the scenes, what it will do for us, this is a new venture, remote race control, remote race timing. This is the basement of the United States Auto Club here in Speedway. This construction will start in January or February. Hopefully we'll be done by May. But we'll be able to do things like the NHL does when people score a goal and they want to go to New York to review it. We're going to be doing things in the future that really, really take us to the next level of motorsports. We all know we're on Flow, remote broadcast, being able to be in a more stable environment. If we can bring the cameras back into Speedway, Indiana, with multiple cameras, interviews, graphics, bring that in again in a more stable environment than trudging our equipment up to a tower in 100 different tracks, we will create a better product for our fan base. So we're excited with this new venture, with a new investment for our remote operations and to launch that next year. We're going to grow into it. We're not going to rush into it. It's very high technology for us, but we're excited for that. Our youth program, amazing year, our third year with the NASCAR Youth Series, and we got amazing things moving forward. In 2024, this year, we debuted electric quarter midgets for the first time. For 2025, we're debuting an all-exclusive battery developed by USAC that is pretty state-of-the-art. It slides in, auto-connects to the connectors, locks in place. You can charge it in 30 minutes. One battery can last the life of one driver for the life of their quarter midget career. We're excited about this opportunity. We believe it reduces the barrier of entry to racing for quarter midgets. We'll bring more families in. Not a lot of dads can tune a carburetor. A lot of dads can throw a battery on a charger. We believe that that's the future. If you go to Lowe's, you go to Home Depot today, you won't find many gas-powered lawnmowers, and that's what powers our quarter midgets today. So we're looking down the path. We're not rushing into it. We want to make sure safety is element and number one in our list of priorities, but you'll see more and more of this as we roll it in the future. Really, really proud tonight to announce a new program, the Petty Performance Edge. Jerry Petty has been an incredible supporter of circle track racing. Jerry Petty is the owner of Avante Windows and Doors. You've seen his brand all over the place, on cars, on tracks, on series. Jerry came to me this summer at the BC39 and told me this story where a young child, a quarter midget kid, came up to him, wanted a sponsorship, and Jerry just said, you know what, bring me your report card and we'll talk about it. The kid came back a few months later with all A's, and Jerry gave him a sponsorship. And Jerry realized right then he can make an influence on a kid and his path for the future. So Jerry came to me and said, let's create a program that really looks at how we develop kids from everything they do. Their report cards, what they're doing for the local club. Are they going to the club and supporting the club? Are they picking up trash at the local club? Are they volunteering? How are they doing overall as a person? This program will debut in 2025. We'll put all the rules, I would say, out there in February. But essentially, it's a program where you can enter, you can put an application in, and you're going to get a patch. To achieve the next level, you're going to get a hat. To achieve the third level of 1 of 12, you'll be a petty driver with a full uniform. 4 of those kids we'll take to a test program, and 2 next year, 2026, will run in the Tulsa Shootout with Chad Boat Racing. Pretty exciting for quarter midget kids to go up the ladder. So thank you, Jerry Petty. We're looking forward to a tremendous year. Speaking of quarter midgets, another huge opportunity. Next year, NASCAR has invited our champions of the year for quarter midgets to Phoenix to their finale. They're going to host them for the weekend. We're going to get the kids integrated on the stand with the drivers, watch the races, enjoy the weekend as a true NASCAR youth champion with the rest of the NASCAR champions. So another great opportunity, Danielle. Thank you for working with NASCAR diligently to recognize these kids even more with the NASCAR program. We kicked this program off last year, the Fab Four, with AutoNet Mobile. With Car IQ, former program for Sterling Pratt's AutoNet Mobile. The Fab Four was a program that we put in place with Sterling Pratt's, a board member of USAC, to recognize the accomplishments of women in USAC racing. If you go back 2 years ago, we had a race where the top 4 qualifiers, 1, 2, 3, 4, were all female. And that's where the Fab Four was founded. It was a recognition of those top qualifiers. It was a feat never saw before. We're really happy that in 2024, we had our first female race winner, not just a race winner, at Belleville in a Silver Crown car, Kaylee Bryson. She's not here tonight, but let's give her a round of applause. What an incredible feat. Kaylee not only did an incredible job with USAC, she went on and she went into the Trans Am Series, won her first race ever in Trans Am. I think she won 4 total for the year and was a champion in her class. So Kelly was a true example of moving through the system, diversifying, and showing that she's a true driver. Another driver, Taylor Ferns. Taylor Ferns has been with USAC for many years, great on the track. More importantly, Taylor's been an example of somebody that I really respect. She reaches out to our young kids. She goes to the Brickyard. She talks to the kids. She went on to run with the Indy Next Series. Another example of what Fab Four can do to recognize women and their achievement in motorsport. And we give all of the women that run with USAC an incredible, we're very proud and an incredible opportunity that they have with USAC and have gone on and moved on. And so we're proud of all of them, and we can't wait for another batch coming up from the NASCAR Youth Series. Last year we had a motto: we're going to make races better. We're going to take great races and make them greater. We don't want more races. We want to take the races we have and make them even better. We're very happy to say in 2025, all those things we did in 24, we're repeating in 25. Bigger purses, the trifecta we put in place with a $30,000 win at Kokomo, $20,000 at Lawrenceburg, $20,000 at Hobstadt, with a overall $30,000 bonus. All these races and all these little incentives are staying in place. What's interesting, it came to Spridge and I were talking the other day about the number of races and the growth of purses over the last few years. We are now at a standard $6,000 to win for sprint cars. But we went from 25 races at $6,000 to win in 2021 to 50 races in 2025. 10,000 to win from 7 to 16, and 20,000 or more from 1 to 4. That's a true credit to Spridge and his crew for what they're doing, working with promoters, working to get these purses up, finding sponsors. I can tell you that Spridge works diligently, comes to me all the time, trying to create incentives, get purses up for you guys to be rewarded on the road. He is a true class act, and he's done wonderful with promoters. Spridge, thank you very much for what you do. It's not just sprint cars. Our average payout at the top spot for Silver Crown in 2025 is $10,780. For midgets, it's $6,710, and for sprint cars, $8,750. So when you look at our races overall, the average top payout is pretty damn good. And we're proud of what we're doing. It's a slow grind. This sport is supported by fans who buy tickets, who go to a promoter, and that promoter writes a check. And it's a slow grind. But everything we do is to move those numbers north for you guys. The biggest announcement we have, there's two, and they're tied together. Indiana Sprint Week alone has a purse, a points fund of $50,000. $25,000 to the winner of Indiana Sprint Week, $50,000 overall. It wasn't too long ago, not many years ago, our total points fund for the entire year is $50,000. Now for 1 week of racing, it's $50,000 with $25,000 to win. I have a special message, a special video to play.
Race fans, you know, it's been a few years since we built that dirt track out in Turn 3 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we've had a lot of fun with the Driven to Save BC39, and more news to come on that one for this year later. But today, we are excited to know and to be able to tell everyone that we are kicking off Indiana Sprint Week, the United States Auto Club's Indiana Sprint Week, right here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the Thursday leading into Brickyard Weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun racing here in Central Indiana and Indianapolis and at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it's going to start with sprint cars at the dirt track at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I hope to see you here.
So another goal we've had for many, many years, we've all talked about it, sprint cars at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's kicking off Indiana Sprint Week to bring energy, the week NASCAR's in town, to expose more and more to our sport when we kick it off on Thursday night before NASCAR, before you guys take on the road and hit another 7 tracks. So we're very, very enthused to bring sprint cars to the Speedway. Our driver points funds, they've been increased a little bit. We're going to continue with our doubling for the driver. You win 2, we multiply by 2. You win 3, we multiply by 3. And if you win 3, it's worth $500,000. I throw another bump of $100,000 on top of that. If one of you guys can win the Triple Crown, it's $500,000 in your pocket. I hope to see you next year and give you that check. Our Silver Crown Series. This is something that is one of the most historical things we have at USAC and something we care about. And we've been talking. We've been talking to you. We talk a lot among ourselves. How do we bring Silver Crown back? How do we bring it back, elevate it to where it needs to be? Have it more of an event, more of a grand event that's worthy of that name. And quite honestly, it's tough. Internally, we see our crew. I think Spridge's crew ran 84 races last year. It's very tough when you have sprint cars, midgets, and Silver Crowns bundled together and you're really going track to track. So we're making a foundational change. In 2025, we've hired a gentleman named Don Hawk. Don, his background, he was with Dale Earnhardt. He was one of the men behind Dale Earnhardt. He then went on to Charlotte Motor Speedway and worked for Humpy Wheeler for many, many years. But most recently, he ran SRX. And at SRX, which is very relatable to Silver Crown Racing, he went to tracks, he filled the stands, he built promotions, he had autograph sessions, he brought in sponsors. He built SRX up in a very short order to be something. We want to bring that enthusiasm to Silver Crown. So we're separating Silver Crown from the way we work at USAC on a day-to-day basis and elevating it beyond. Don will be starting January 1st. He'll be reaching out to Silver Crown teams, to drivers, fans, and looking at opportunities. What tracks should we be going to? Where could we go next? What do we need to do to rebuild Silver Crown? We're very excited and looking forward to Don joining the team. And speaking of the team, an incredible team we have. Every day I walk in the office, not every day I walk in the office, let me get that straight. Every day I am more and more enthralled with what we've built at USAC. We have an incredible team that does amazing things. We're running about half the motorsports in the country right now, between off-road, between road racing, and we have a very small team. It's just incredible what we keep accomplishing. So I want to thank my team tonight. It's been an incredible journey, incredible run. Let's do it again in 25. A lot more on the plate, a lot more to do, but we're very, very thrilled and we're up for the challenge. But tonight, it's about you. It's about the champions that came through the system, that worked hard, blood, sweat, and tears all year to earn the spot to be here tonight, and we're here to recognize you. So Pat, I'm going to turn it back to you, and enjoy the night.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, an award that is very special to me, and I know many of you, is the Dick Jordan Award. And Dick, as you know, that says it all. No one was more dedicated to USAC and auto racing than Dick. He was the great historian. He loved it. He lived it. It was literally his whole life. The recipient of this award, who had hoped to be with us, is ill, but we do believe he is watching at home in California. Tommy Hunt has been a USAC lifer. He's been a racing lifer. It goes back to his father, Joe Hunt. He was a racer himself, and for so many years was the head of USAC West Coast operations. We hope he's going to be active with Calistoga Speedway. But the thing I think that is most important about Tommy when it comes to this award, there's a couple of things. One is he was a great personal friend of Dick Jordan's. But second is the matter of integrity. There was a sense with Tommy that the way you did things, the professionalism in which you did them, how you upheld the rules, all of that mattered. And in that regard, there is no one who was more in sync with Dick Jordan than the great Tommy Hunt. So Tommy, I think Tommy and Tony, who is a many-time racing champion himself, are watching back in California. So let's give a round of applause to the great Tommy Hunt, and I mean great. Now, there's a couple of other things that are really important to what we're doing at USAC, and I want to also make a plug here for Andy Reinbold and AME Electrical. We got some help from Kevin Newton and Honest Abe Roofing a couple years ago, and Jerry Petty of Avanti Windows and Doors, what doesn't he do, have been big patrons of the USAC Hall of Fame. Our goal has been to elevate the Hall of Fame into something truly special. And again, with Nikki's work, we've been able to have that affair in our office. This is something that we have pushed for. That is the Hall of Fame wall. And I can't tell you how important it is to me and Richie and others involved. That will be in the USAC office, and we will have now the members of the USAC Hall of Fame right there on that wall in the back of our office on 16th Street. Now, isn't that great? That's what this Hall of Fame deserves. One more thing. Tommy, if you are listening in California, you will be inductee in this year's class of the USAC Hall of Fame. So let's hear it again for Tommy Hunt. And that is well deserved. Okay. USAC's regional sprint and midget divisions span from coast to coast, with 12 different states hosting a total of 79 events in 2024. The theme this season witnessed a handful of drivers break through after several previous close calls in the championship race, while elsewhere, series dominators once again flex their muscles. We are going to introduce the drivers. We'll have them come forward as I announce them. Please assemble on the stage. We'll also get some photos, and Christy will be in position to ask some questions of these individuals. We'll start with our Midwest Thunder Speed 2 Midget Champion. After coming just 3 points shy of the title a year ago, all this driver needed was some good fortune. He got an opportunity of a lifetime to race in the BC 39. Unfortunately, it was the same weekend as USAC Midwest Thunder's final 2 races. He had resigned himself to the fact that the championship quest was over. But Mother Nature intervened and washed out those 2 shows. And given how much this guy has won in this series, it is just. That said, he more than earned his keep on the track by scoring top 10s in all 12 starts and winning 2 points races. He's the newest USAC Midwest Thunder Speed 2 Midget Champion from 2024 from Troy, Ohio. It's Bryce Massengill. One year ago, he felt a major letdown after coming just 41 points shy of the title. This year, he made the climb to the next step from second to first. His father was a longtime Major League Baseball starting pitcher, and this teenage sensation knows how to make a quality start, winning at Ventura and Placerville while leading the standings from start to finish. At 17 years of age, he's the youngest ever Avante Windows and Doors USAC Western States Midget Champion. He comes to us from Bakersfield, California. It's Cade Lewis. Six years ago, this racer became the first ever USAC East Coast Sprint Car champion. Since that time, he's gone on to become the first 2-time champ, the first 3-time titleist, and now the first 4-time king. In 2024, he prevailed once more with a victory at New Jersey's Bridgeport Motorsports Park. Throughout the course of the 12-race series, never once did he finish worse than 5th. Now, for the 4th time in his career, he's standing on the stage as the 2024 USAC Rapid Tire East Coast Sprint Car Champion, presented by Capital Custom Trailers. It's Reading, Pennsylvania's Stephen Dravicki. In 2020, 2022, and 2023, and now 2024, this driver was the best of the bunch when it came to the USAC Wholesale Batteries Midwest Wingling Racing Association competition in his native Kansas and neighboring Missouri. While his 2024 campaign resulted in only 1 victory at Missouri's Electric City Speedway, consistency was the key. He's led all drivers with 10 top 5s, 11 top 10s, and 5 heat race wins en route to the title. For those keeping score, that's now 3 in a row for the plumber by trade and now 4-time USAC Midwest Racing Association champion from Topeka, Kansas. Please welcome Wyatt Burks. And I believe he made it, by the way, and I don't know if that's going to throw us a curveball. We good? But this is great if he did. His mantle is chock full of USAC championship trophies from between 2013 and 2017. He collected 5 straight USAC Southwest Sprint Car crowns, but after 21 years of Avanti windows and doors USAC CRA Sprint Car racing, he finally broke through to the top step on the strength of a duo of victories at Kern Raceway and Santa Maria. He's the first Arizona USAC CRA champion and the first former series Rookie of the Year to claim the title. Overall, he's now a 6-time USAC driving titleist, but a first-time USAC CRA champ. Ladies and gentlemen, from Levine, Arizona, it's R.J. Johnson. We also recognize Ricky and Michelle Johnson, the owners. We strong-armed him. Christy, have at it.
Thank you so much, Pat. So Bryce Massengill, as you heard, a 2024 titleist, and Bryce, with a little bit of luck and a lot of good races later, how does it feel to get some redemption this year compared to last year?
Yeah, it's awesome. It feels good. After 2 second-place finishes, I'm happy to finally get one. I hate to see the rain out. I like the guys. They're all my friends, so I like to see them race, and canceling 2 of their races when there was top 3 really close. That sucked for them. But, yeah, we'll take it. It's all we can do. I got a cool opportunity from Chase, and I had to take it. So I guess it just worked in our favor.
An excellent year there for Bryce Massengill, who's a 2024 titleist, and Cade Lewis, of course, the youngest ever Western States midget champion. And Cade, what keeps you on your toes all year, to keeps you focused and with your set on a vision all year?
Well, I think it's Keith Coons gave me a great opportunity to go race for them for 2 years, and it kind of translation to the USAC Western States. Dean gave me a great opportunity to run for him the past 2 years, and I think the drive to win the championship this year was coming up short last year, and I just wanted it a lot more.
That's Cade Lewis and Stephen Dravicki, the first ever 4-time East Coast Sprint Car champion. I'm actually going to pull you guys over here, and that way I'm not standing in front of everybody. So Stephen Dravicki, of course, every year things change a little bit. How do you keep that consistency each and every year?
I just keep working hard to, just try and stay on top of your game, and had a really consistent year this year, and, honored to be back here. As a 4-time champ now, and looking forward to 2025. A lot of exciting things happening, I feel like, for our team, as well as, the whole East Coast Series, some changes, but some really exciting things, and looking forward to this year.
Stephen Dravicki, the first ever 4-time East Coast Sprint Car champion, and Wyatt Burks, another 4-time MWRA champion this year with the Sprint Car Series. And Wyatt, what keeps you on your toes every year?
Yeah, just being consistent, and I got to say thank you to my dad and my mom, my whole family, Wholesale Batteries, and Randy and them all back at home. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this. So, and congrats to all the national champions, well deserved.
I'll tell you what keeps me on my toes. R.J. Johnson showing up after I said a big not attending on my list, so I did not prepare something for you, R.J. However, luckily, I'm good on my toes. Got some news announced today for next year with Avanti Windows and Doors and Jerry Petty. How does that propel things going forward?
First and foremost, I want to thank Spridge, because I was not coming. And thanks Marshalls for having something for me to wear. Thank my wife, my dad, my stepmom for everything. Without them it wouldn't be possible. The news that dropped, I think, today or yesterday was just amazing. Jerry Petty, as much as he does for everybody, he's doing the same for me. Give me a chance to start a whole new program to try to go back-to-back on the CRA deal, and actually he's going to let me come back here and run some too. So it'd be pretty cool to expand in my horizons.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Regional Series champions with the United States Auto Club.
Well, they're getting our thoughts. We really want to thank also Matt Borders and Mitch Berkeley for their work on our videos tonight. I know Devin's up there as well. They work hard all season long. We appreciate that. Dave's going to take a look at these good-looking guys. Let's hear it one more time for them. Next is a USAC Special Appreciation Award. And, I don't know if this individual is listening in Lansing, Michigan or not, and I hope he is. Jack Calabrese, this is a most interesting USAC Special Award. Now, Jack Calabrese raced and won with USAC, particularly In midgets, he was a long time racer and successful one. But he also, honestly, was the head of the Nemar's Midget Association, which in some ways was a direct competitor of USAC and later the Auto Value Sprint Car Series. But he has found it in his heart, because he believes in what we do at Race Aid, to be the probably most steady and consistent donor to our various special events we've had all year. I mean, every time it seems like I hear a ding from Nikki Klepper, Jack Calabrese has donated more money to help Race Aid, which ultimately helps all of you because it helps the racing community. It helps drivers when they need it most, crew members, media members, officials, all of them. And maybe it's because of his long time in the sport. And maybe because he's seen the good and the bad, he understands what the importance of family is. So if you will join with me and offer some applause for a great guy, Jack Calabrese, our USAC Special Award winner. Okay, gonna bring Ben McFarland to the stage, if I could, please, for our NASCAR Youth Series. Don't steal my script. That happened to me one year.
What an incredible year it's been with the NASCAR Youth Series. Across all of the country, we have 56 clubs from coast to coast, 9 regions, and we're adding more in 2025. So what an incredible year it's been. 11 national events across the entire nation, with some with NASCAR and some at clubs. 465 heat races, 482 mains, and as it is 2,420 cautions. So we're excited to not have that next year. But what an incredible year it's been. It's an honor to recognize these champions as they come on up on stage. And we're going to get a quick word with Case James. Case, you've won multiple wins this year. You have 4 championships this year. How did you do it?
My family, they were just a key part of like how I won all the championships and races. They've always been there for me. If I had a bad day, they'd cheer me up, and they just kept me running, and that's how I won all the championships and races.
Awesome. We're going to get a word with one more. We're going to get a word with Blake Crooms. So Blake is a pavement racer who went dirt racing this year, and he won a national championship in his first year ever dirt racing in quarter midgets. Blake, which one do you like better, dirt or pavement?
Dirt.
Is there something better about it?
It's just...
Let's give a big round of applause to all these champions. Congratulations, everybody.
Those kids look good. Another very special award, the United States Auto Club, is the Jason Leffler Award. It goes to recognize an individual who exhibits the same standards upheld by the late Jason Leffler throughout his career, and one who has a true appreciation, dedication, and passion for competing with USAC. And I'm delighted to say I saw Charlie Dean Leffler at the PRI show, and he's ready to go racing again in 2025. As long as we can remember, the name Bateman has been a stalwart with the USAC Silver Crown Series. For more than 40 years, the Batemans fielded an entry with the series, whether it was dirt or pavement, a half mile, a mile, the number 55 was always there to support the series through thick and thin, truly for the pure love of the sport. When driver Randy Bateman passed away from ALS in 2017, instead of folding the team, this strong woman carried on, racing in memory of her late husband and accruing much success, most recently with Jerry Coons Jr. before announcing the team's retirement following the end of the past season. Her team was so well respected, and their success in recent years was celebrated by all of those in the sport. But right now we get a chance to celebrate her tonight, though she could not make it tonight because in her spare time she raises championship show dogs and is currently attending an event as we speak. But I think many of you who are a part of the Silver Crown Series will applaud this, because this year's recipient of the Jason Leffler Award is Patty Bateman. And can I bring International Snowmobile Racing President Tom Achterberg to the stage, please? Todd Achterberg, let's give him a round of applause. Now, he gave me a tutorial on this, so I hope I don't mess it up, but I think we're honoring Matt Gady. It could go many ways. He's no stranger to the open wheel side, having started his career in quarter midgets, but soon enough, he established himself as a premier talent in snowmobile racing. However, his journey has been defined by resilience, overcoming severe injuries early in his career to become one of the sport's most decorated athletes. He earned 5 vintage world championships this year and secured his 2nd consecutive world championship at Eagle River, setting a new track record with his dominant performance. He's your 2024 International Snowmobile Racing Driver of the Year from New Germany, Minnesota, Matt Getty. Is that for him? That's okay. No, you're right. You stay right there. In March of this year at International Falls, Minnesota, he set a brand new international snowmobile world record with the top speed for the 1,000-foot distance. You know, I read this and I just went, you got to be kidding me, right? His first run of 201.70 miles per hour was the first snowmobile ever to post a legal run in excess of 200 miles per hour. On his second pass, he was even faster, resetting the record books with a staggering speed of 202.33 at the controls of his new Baines Brother Racing custom-designed Speed Needle 2.0. I'd say it's a Speed Needle. Indeed. Let's meet the International Snowmobile record breaker for 2024 and for all time, Chris Baines. Tell us about this guy.
It was an amazing feat. People have been trying to do this for years and years, and it was I'm very happy that last year, Kevin said, you know, we need to recognize the Snowmobile Race of the Year, so we did that. And this year, the Snowmobile Race of the Year couldn't make it because of some dates that were changed, and he's actually racing. Our first race was this weekend in Beausejour, Manitoba. But hitting the 200-mile-an-hour mark is amazing, and if you see these things, I call them the fire-breathing dragons. Come on up here.
Let's hear it for Chris. There's the hardware. Yeah, we threw you a curveball. That was all our fault. You bet. Oh, no. You can't get away from Christy.
If you're here, you're talking
why
to me.
would
That's
you,
the deal.
is my question.
Okay, I was told to use my charm tonight, so here it comes. I had no idea that USAC had a snowmobile division. So Chris, this is news to me, to be honest. But to set the record that you set this year, and I know a lot of people in this room, and I'm pretty certain, like 95% certain, that not a whole lot of us know anything about snowmobile racing. So to be able to set a record like you set, what is the delicate balance between equipment and skill in that kind of record?
Man, a lot of it first and foremost is like power and traction, able to get it to 1,000 feet without breaking loose, and aerodynamics and whatnot. And it's just it's no different than what you guys probably deal with in the shot game and the tire game. It's just all traction and power management. But yeah, it's first and foremost here for me too, because I ain't never been to a banquet like this. Normally it's just like up north at a bar. So I am very humbled and thankful. The whole snowmobile community is thankful that you guys do this. Just like to say thanks again from all of us, really. And yeah.
We're glad you could be here. That's Chris Baines.
Congratulations. Our next award is the Race Organizer of the Year. This man served in several facets of the sport, as a sprint car driver, then as an advertising specialist and operations manager at National Speed Sport News, and even an ABC pit reporter at the Indianapolis 500 before heading south as the senior VP of events and marketing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Then to the Northeast as the general manager of New Hampshire International Speedway. In recent years, he became reintegrated with his dirt track racing roots as the general manager of Gas City I-69 Speedway, and most recently as the GM at Eldora Speedway. Those are his stats. But this man was so much more. His passion for motorsports was only topped by his passion for the people in the sport. It was a common sight to see him greet a racer on his way to the track 1 minute and then follow up 1 minute later by welcoming a race fan into the campground before grabbing a broom and sweeping the entryway of a racetrack. He made you feel special, and with a special gift, he was to all of us in so many ways before his unexpected passing this past May, following a medical procedure, leaving a void that is difficult to fill and too difficult to comprehend. Though he's no longer with us, his legacy in the sport lives on. Our 2024 USAC Race Organizer of the Year is the one and only Jerry Gappens. Let's hear it for Jerry. Terrific guy, terrific. Most Improved Drivers awards are always sort of interesting because there are times when it's an improvement on an already impressive body of work, and that's the case here. In recent years, this driver introduced himself to the USAC scene as a back-to-back East Coast sprint car champion in 2022 and 2023. He competed more regularly on the USAC national scene in 2024 and was phenomenal, winning his first 3 career USAC national sprint car features at Grandview, Bloomington, and Lawrenceburg, while becoming the first Keystone State native to win a series event in a quarter a century. He also added his first top 10 run with the USAC National Midgets and curled back-to-back podiums with the USAC Silver Crown Series. How about that? He's the first Pennsylvania to earn the USAC Most Improved Driver since John Heidenreich in 2000 from Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's Briggs Danner.
And I really have to agree with Pat. It is such an interesting circumstance when you see a driver like Briggs Danner, who has already had so much success, be your most improved driver of the year, but checking off not only one, but 3 national wins in 2024. I heard some pretty interesting news today about 2025, if you wouldn't mind sharing and telling us if this year kind of set that in motion.
Yeah, definitely. We had a really good year this year with USAC National, and to be able to pick off our first win during Eastern Storm at Grandview was pretty cool and kind of a storybook telling, with just being at Grandview and stuff like that. So we had a really good Eastern Storm, kind of disappointed, which is a good thing to struggle to pick off a couple more, which I feel like we could have had. But then we got 2 more in the state of Indiana, which was awesome to win somewhere other than Pennsylvania. So yeah, we'll be excited to announce that we'll be running a 2025 season with the USAC Tour and hopefully pick off a couple more wins. Couldn't do it without Tim and Fran, the whole Hogue family, Tyler and Travis, John Schneider from E. Schneider and Sons, Concrete Cutting Systems, Apache Transport, Davis Brothers, and Bandit Ag. Everybody that pitched in last year and made all this possible is very cool and very happy to be here. So thank you.
Full-time with the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Series in 2025, that's Briggs Danner, your 2024 most improved driver who picked up 3 of his first career USAC National wins this season.
He's a title contender. There's no doubt about that. Now, we switched up the script here a little bit, which requires me to be a little bit more dexterous than I really am. So let's make sure I do this right. Okay, we're going to go to the Engler Fast Pass Award. Off track, he's a high school engineering and technology instructor. On track, he has a resume of success in TQ midgets, full-size midgets, Thunder Roadsters, sprint cars. He's a former Paragon Speedway track champion, modifieds throughout his 3-decade career. Among the contingency awards introduced to the USAC Silver Crown Series over the past 2 seasons is one which rewards a driver who was first into the running order a lap down. This man grabbed 5 of those throughout the year, getting himself back on the lead lap while earning a $5,000 prize, $2,500 to himself as the driver and $2,500 to his Williams Corey Racing team. He's your Engler Machine, Tool, and Fast Pass Award winner. I think I've known him for 30 years. He's a great guy. It's Greg Corey. He gets a check. Oh, Tommy Estes joins us. Very good. See, Tommy just came back on his honeymoon. He made a veteran move and got on the other side.
Yeah, so for Greg Corey, who has a full-time job in education but a part-time job in Silver Crown Racing, how special is it to be honored in this way with the Engler Fast Pass?
Well, very appreciative. Obviously, the award originated came from Tommy Estes, so it was his brainchild, so to speak, and didn't really exist until a couple of years ago. So I appreciate him and his work and effort into putting that all together. And of course, Tim Engler of Engler Machine and Tool for sponsoring the award, which is very great. We're kind of a small budget race team, so any additional funding we can pick up is greatly appreciated. So we really appreciate his award. And of course, I'd like to congratulate Cody Swanson on another championship. Not only is he a tremendous driver, but he's a tremendous person. And I'm glad I've had an opportunity to get to know him as a man. So thank you so much.
Greg Corey is your 2024 Engler Machine and Tool Fast Pass winner with USAC Silver Crown Series.
Well, Max Pappas is a incredible racer over the course of his career, a great deal of diversity in what he's done. It didn't matter, endurance racing, sprint cars, or Indy cars, you name it. Not only that, he may have one of the largest personalities of any racer I've ever known. I mean, he does not need a NOS at any given point in time. And he has been a great ambassador for auto racing, period. And we appreciate what he does with MP Innovations. Max, can you please join us on the stage as we honor this year's Rookie of the Year? And there you go. Let's welcome Max Pappas. All righty. Whether it's on 2 wheels or 4, he's apt to give it a whirl. For more than a decade, this driver's racing exploits consisted of the dirt bike variety, specializing in hare scramble off-road events. that vary in distance and time and wind, through woods, rugged terrain, you name it, and that put him in good stead to run a sprint car. In recent years, he's turned his focus towards sprint car racing, and in 2024, he made 25 feature starts, finishing 18th in the overall standings, tops among rookies aboard his self-owned car from Bedford, Indiana. Your Max Pappas Innovations USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car Rookie of the Year is Hunter Maddox. Your Bob Stroud, we'll just hold you right there. Your Bob Stroud National Midget Rookie of the Year. It's been 20 years since a Buckeye earned top rookie honors with USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. This driver is proud to wear the badge in 2024. Following Teddy and Todd Beach as the latest Ohioan to earn the award, he checked off a pair of fast qualifying times at Lawrenceburg and Mitchell County, while also gaining his initial feature victory. And we heard it in the video at Angel Park. Last year, he stood on this stage as the USAC Midwest Thunder Speed 2 Midget Champ, and he's back again as the Max Pappas Innovations Bob Stroud USAC National Midget Rookie of the Year from Belpre, Ohio. It's Zach Weigel. And Zach's making his way up. And continuing the trend of Ohio's finest, this racer is the USAC Silver Crown Racing's first top rookie to hail for the Buckeye State since Matt Westfall in 2002. Despite missing a pair of events and suffering fractures to his vertebra in a crash early in the season, he still finished an impressive 6th in the standing, highlighted by a 4th on the pavement at Madison and a 3rd on the dirt in Hutchinson, Kansas. Well, I'm 6'4", so you'll quickly see how big this guy is. At 6 foot 8 inches tall, he's undoubtedly the tallest rookie ever in USAC history. Please welcome Columbus, Ohio. There he is, tall Trey Osborne.
So tall, he was on stage before you even finished with your speech, Pat. So we're going to talk to your National Rookies of the Year. So first and foremost, Hunter Maddox with the AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Series. And Hunter, first time that you're setting out on the AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Tour in 2024. What were some of the most memorable moments for you?
Just being able to attend every event, that was really cool, and a goal I set out to do at the beginning of the year. And probably the most notable, probably got made fun of a little bit for it, but I won my first USAC heat race at Bloomington Speedway in front of a lot of my hometown friends and family, and it was an emotional thing. So it was really cool. Just something I never thought I'd be able to do.
Hunter Maddox not only raced his way to a 2024 Rookie of the Year position, helped out a lot of other drivers on the trail along the way. So Hunter, congratulations, and Zach Weigel bringing home the NOS Energy Drink National Midget Rookie of the Year prize this year. And Zach, you said earlier when you won your first national event at Angel Park Speedway that just even being here on this level, being a Rookie of the Year is the dream. What is the next dream in line for you?
To do a little better next year, maybe end up higher in the points, but hopefully get into some sprint cars, Silver Crown racing, but just see how far I can go. But I'd like to thank Chad Boat and all the guys, Danny, Carlin, Connor, Ryan, and everybody else that helps us, Dave Nost, my grandpa, my dad, my mom, just everybody that makes this dream possible.
Earned a couple of Honest Abe Roofing Fast Time Awards this year as well. Zach Weigel, your 2024 NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midget Rookie of the Year. And Trey Osborne, of course, bringing home the Silver Crown Rookie of the Year. And Trey, as we all know, Silver Crown Racing is more than just having speed. It's a lot more strategy. It's a lot more energy. It's a lot more time. It's a lot more consuming when it's all said and done with 100 laps on most of the events. Aside from having speed, what were some of your biggest strengths this year?
I don't know. That's about all I did good. I liked, I messed up a lot, just throughout the longer races. So, yeah, the speed was probably about all we had.
Humility was his biggest strength. He didn't have to say it. I got it for you. These are your 2024 National Rookies of the Year.
Oh, yeah, why don't you get the picture over? Get back here. Max, say a word or two.
All right. So first of all, congrats to everyone. And excuse my dress code, but I texted my friend Rico before coming here, and that's on him. He gave me wrong advice. I'm humbled that USAC even asked a guy coming from 1,000 people village in Italy to come over here and celebrate this with you guys. I hope that all of you guys understand how fortunate you guys are about being supported by a sanctioning body like USAC. When I heard before that the average payout for midget was $6,000 a weekend, I was mesmerized. I had to wait until I went to Formula One and IndyCar to get a paycheck. So for you guys to be able to do what you're doing and actually get a paycheck, it's something amazing, and I hope that you guys really appreciate that. It has been an honor to be part of this community, and thank you for allowing my persona to be around you guys, and I'm truly humbled to be part of this, and I'm very grateful to be able to be part of a night like tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. Next up, we'll recognize our third place national drivers and entrants. We will introduce you. We will roll with the introductions, get you on the stage again. Christy will ask questions and put you on the spot and all the things she does so gracefully. Got nervous there. He became a first-time USAC Sprint Car points-paying feature winner after taking the checkered flag at Knoxville late in the season. He scored another legendary dirt half mile during the Four Crown Nationals at Eldora. He also notched 5 fast qualifying times while making the greatest charge in series history when he started 23rd and finished second, passing a series record's 21 cars at Bloomington Speedway. At the conclusion of the year, this combo finished third in the USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car standings. The team is Team Arizona Curb Agajanian Racing, and the driver is Locust Grove, Oklahoma's Dason Pursley. Amid a season in which he scored 17 times across USAC's national divisions, this driver had to wait patiently until he could taste victory once again with the USAC Silver Crown Series in October's Sumar Classic at Terre Haute. He did just that to win a main event with the series for the 4th consecutive season, while also continuing his streak of top 3 finishes in 4 years running, top 3 points finishes. Additionally, he was the only driver to record a top 10 result in 14 events in the 2024 campaign. Your third place USAC Silver Crown entrant is Rice Motorsports Abacus Racing, and the third place driver is California's Logan Seavey. Now, entrants to make your way up as well. And continuing his theme, the 2-time series champ tallied a pair of USAC National Energy National Midget wins at Missouri Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex and another during Indiana Midget Week at Tri-State Speedway. His 4 fast qualifying times made him the leader in the clubhouse for the series for 2024. His 8th place finish in the opener at Belleville set an all-time USAC National Midget record with 23 top 10 finishes dating back to last season, breaking the former mark held by Jason Leffler. Your third place National Midget entrant is Abacus Racing. The driver is once again, guess who? Logan Seavey.
So as entrant Brent Cox makes his way up to the stage, we will get started with some interviews. We're going to start with Dason Pursley. He was our first one on the stage. And Dason, it was a record-breaking year across the board. And being the driver who picked up your first AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car victory, your first Silver Crown victory with this team, as you change paths going forward, what will be the things you remember most from your time with Team AZ?
Yeah, definitely the first. Like you said, it was my first points-paying non-ring win, which felt like forever, and then to finally go to the USAC Silver Crown Series and click off a win with them as their first year as a team was cool as well. So from Craig to Mike to Eric down there and Wendy coming to the racetrack and feeding us all the time, it was a phenomenal year to say the least with them, and I'm forever thankful for the opportunities that they've given me and all the stuff that they've taught me along the way. So just a very fun year overall, and excited to maybe race with them here in the future, and we'll see what that brings.
Dason Pursley was your third place driver with the AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Cars, fielded by Mr. Mike Burkhart, who owns Team Arizona, Team AZ. We're going to have a word with you as well. And Mike, when you first set out with Dason Pursley at the beginning of 2023, did you expect it to be such a successful relationship over a year?
Actually, after seeing him when he was 16, when I didn't know much about him, but I saw him in a car, and now, of course, coming back from what he did with that accident, but I knew his character and just the control he had over cars. I thought it would be pretty good, and It was pretty easy fit, actually, right from the time he ran the Western 2 years ago and until now, you know. But he's going to put tops on now, so we're going to lose him from the topless cars. But he's a great kid and great family, great parents, you know, and that's important when you're together that many days. So just as important to winning races is being friends and making it through the bad times, like we all have to do. And so we appreciate, you know, what he's done for us.
Mike Burkhart, Craig Burkhart, and Dason Persley bring home that third place run in the AMSL USAC National Sprint Car point standings. Logan Seavey, of course, bringing up third in both the NOS Energy Drink National Midget Standings and the Silver Crown Series as well. And Logan, with the amount of energy and intensity that went toward that sprint car title this year, how much does it say about yourself and your Abacus Racing Rice Motorsports teams to put together 3 really successful seasons?
Yeah, it's a lot of racing for anybody to do one series, but to have, you know, basically one team do all of them is it's a job, and it's a lot of work. And you know, a few of them made pretty much every single race, so a few of our guys did. And yeah, it's a long season to run. I think USAC ran, I think they said like 81 races or something, and to make them all with, like I said, with basically one team. And yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of logistics and whatnot. So yeah, after last year, we obviously expect to come out and compete for championships. And you know, unfortunately, we didn't quite get that done this year, but that's, you know, just part of racing. That's the humbling part of this sport is you could be lights out one year and then come back and you know, get your teeth knocked in a little bit and run around, you know, mid-pack at places that you think you should win. So yeah, you can never be too confident. You like to show up and think you have a shot, but at the end of the day, there's no promises, and that's why we're out there giving it 100% every night. So yeah, just grateful for this team for sticking with me all year. And you know, we had a few pretty rough nights, and you know, we were all leaving races pretty disappointed. But like I said, after the last few years of such good success, it's you know, nothing really to hang your hat on. We'll just keep coming back stronger and stronger. And yeah, you know, I don't know exactly what all the plans are for next year, but I hope to be racing a little bit more in the series and hopefully win some more races.
This is not the last time you'll hear from Logan Seavey this evening, but he does bring home third place with both the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series and the Silver Crown Series, who Robbie Rice helped field that car for. And Robbie, a 2023 championship run with Logan Seavey and this team. If you're able, I don't want to put you on the spot, can you share some plans for next year?
Waiting on the guy that just was up here, so kind of let that stand there and see what he gets figured out for next year, and hopefully we'll be a part of it.
Robbie Rice, a ton of success in Silver Crown Racing, and Brent Cox, of course, helping to field that car, and an owner on the midget team, an owner on the sprint car team. And again, Brent, this will not be the last time we hear from you for this evening, but I want to just kind of reminisce. A couple years ago, Abacus Racing was a single car team, and you ran some select events, and now you're sort of a powerhouse team who brings multiple cars to really big events, and we're seeing you win title after title. And I just want you to reminisce on what this journey has been like over the last several years.
It's surreal. Honestly, I mean, when you think about where we started and where we're at, it's amazing. And to finish third in this series is fantastic and something we're very proud of. You know, when you look at what we did last year, both in Silver Crown and Midget, and still come back and finish third, the competition's really tough. So couldn't be more proud of what we've done and built as a team. And I'm just looking forward to see what the future holds for us.
So again, Brent Cox will be up here in just a little while to share more about their AMSL USAC National Sprint Car title. But for now, these are your third place finishers across all 3 USAC National Circle Track divisions.
We'll get a good, yeah, well, come on. We good, Dave? All righty. All right, congratulations. We'll move now to second place in the National Series. Same deal, drivers and entrants. Please come forward. When it came to the dirt mile season, he had the field covered. In both Springfield and DeCoin, he was picture perfect by setting the fast time in practice, scoring the pole position, and going on to become the first driver to sweep victories on both the Illinois miles in a single season since Chris Windham in 2018. In the process, he completed his 9th consecutive season of finishing inside the top 5 in the standings and for the 4th time in the top 2. The runners-up for the USAC Silver Crown Series in 2024. The entrant is Himmelgarn Racing. Ron is with us tonight, and the driver is Ione, California's Justin Grant. Turning now to the NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. This Oklahoma driver added 3 victories on his way to a career-best second-place finish in the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Energy Drink Midget standings, including May's opener at Belleville on the short track. That ended 616-day dry spell since his last win, but he was hot. He added wins at the Fireman's National at Angel Park, the $20,000 to win Driven to Save Lives BC 39, presented by Avante Windows and Doors, at the dirt track of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, while leading all drivers with 20 top 10 finishes and 23 starts. Second in entered points is Keith Kuntz Kurabagajanian, and the driver is Cannon McIntosh. And for the 3rd consecutive year, he finishes the runner-up in the USAC National Sprint Car standings, adding 5 wins to his credit, the 14th consecutive season in which he's won a series victory. That's breaking the mark of 13 straight set by the great Sheldon Kinzer between 1974 and 1986. At Bridgeport, he became the winningest Eastern Storm driver of all time. At Texarkana, he earned his 50th series win for the legendary 69. The winningest combo in USAC National Sprint Car racing history. Your second-place USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car entrant is Dynamics Incorporated. And your second-place driver is Broken Arrow, Oklahoma's Brady Bacon.
All right, so now that our photos are all set, we're going to start with Justin Grant, your second place finisher. I don't want to rob you of a spot. Second place finisher in the USAC Silver Crown Series. And Justin, it was overall a pretty consistent year for you and your Himmelgarn racing team, but you were able to do something that I think everybody dreams of doing, sweeping the dirt miles this year. How cool was that?
Yeah. To sweep the miles was incredible, and there's nothing like Silver Crown cars on the dirt miles. So to win any of them is incredible, and to win 2 of them this year was a dream come true. And I owe most all of it to Ron and Helen Himmelgarn. We've raced together now 8 seasons, going into 9. If they have me back, I think they're gonna. But it's easy to take those guys for granted after that much time together. But I'm super grateful for all they do for me. Allow me to run Silver Crown cars and give me a shop to race our sprint car team out of, and really support my racing across the board. So grateful to Ron and Helen. Grateful to Dennis LaCava. All his hard work. He's incredibly meticulous. Just works his tail off on those Silver Crown cars, and again helps me across the board with all of my racing. Thanks to Jason. He's here tonight for working his tail off for us. And BK didn't come tonight, our spotter, but thankful for him coming to at least most of the races and spotting for me. So it's a dream come true to race these cars, and I can't thank them enough.
Came down to Indianapolis Raceway Park this year between himself and Cody Swanson for the championship battle, and Ron Himmelgarn, who fields that number 91 car for Justin Grant, and who will hopefully, apparently, have him back next year. Ron, it's been a long partnership between you and Justin Grant. What a successful relationship has that been?
Well, first of all, we're friends. The crew enjoys working with him, and he enjoys working with us. And our goal, we know every time we show up, it's to win. And so long as we can do that, and we have Cody, he's sort of like the rabbit that makes us work hard. But this coming year, we're going to have a better shotgun to get the rabbit. So, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I wish you didn't hear that, but anyway, thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Cannon McIntosh brings home second place with the NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series, and that one came down to the wire as well. After seeing in those last few races what you and the Keith Kuntz combination were capable of, is that sort of what you're after next year?
Oh, for sure. I feel like we really came on strong about midway through the year. I just started to trust Keith, and obviously he's been doing this for a long time, so I just had to go out and drive, not really think and try to tell him what I need, just go out and do my job and trust in what he's done, for many, many years and how many championships he's won. So, Dason had a fantastic year. He pulled away from us there for a while, and it just kind of seemed like we were out of it, but we kept our heads down, and we were able to, get back in the fight and make it close, and to be able to bring it down to the last race when it seemed like we were out of it was really good, and
hoping to, go out next year and hopefully be one spot better. But yeah, thankful for Keith and Pete and the opportunity this year, and Toyota Gear Wrench, the Lord above, for putting me in this position. And we're coming back for more. Just super thankful to be here, though.
It made it fun for the rest of us, at least for Kenny McIntosh, who came home second in your NOS Energy Drink National Midget Standings, and Keith Coons, Kurt Bagajanian, who, of course, fielded that 71K. And Keith, the way that you've been in this sport for so long, you've been doing this song and dance for as long as anybody. You've seen just about every scenario play out. What was special about the comeback that you and Kenny McIntosh made at the end of this season?
I think it was, he was with me 3 years ago, and we went our separate ways. And late last year, Cannon was becoming available, and I knew I could go win races with him. I knew he was capable. And it was really a fun year, to kind of reunite with him and be competitive every night. Dason and Chad Boat were lights out, for most of the year, and we gave him a strong fight at the end. But like I say, we'll come back next year and try again.
Had a success for them this year. That's Keith Coons, who fields that number 71K for Cannon McIntosh. They're going to give it another run next year. And your 4-time titleist with the USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car Series, who comes home second this year, Brady Bacon, Dynamics Incorporated, bringing home that second position. And Brady, 4 titles under your belt and a lot of races later, heading into the next chapter of your career next year. Is there any unfinished business here at the United States Auto Club for you?
We'll be racing some USAC races, and hopefully we can keep chipping away at Dave for that number 1 win spot. But yeah, just been an honor to have a relationship with Hoffman's for so long, and just like to thank my guys for all the hard work they did this year. Jamie, Matt, Billy, we kind of were seemingly out of the hunt even just after Florida, 200 points out of the lead, and to be back in contention in the summer was a good feeling, and then just kind of got back into the groove of what we do best and just chip away, come in every night and do our job and be consistent. And it's their hard work that lets us do that. And it's been a pleasure, like I said, with the Hoffmans to add to all their already amazing accolades, and to win the most races for them is a real honor. And it's been a great career with USAC for over a decade, and hopefully I can race as much as I can with USAC. And I love non-wing sprint car racing, and I hope I can do it as much as I can.
That's Brady Bacon. He comes home second in your AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car title chase this year. And Pat, to summarize what we just talked about, that was 3 really close championship battles that we had this year among 3 divisions.
3 championships that were very close, and again, we want to also hold Brady here. He had another highlight to his impressive reel during a special 10-race series known as the Bubby Jones Master of Going Faster, presented by Spire Sport Entertainment. Throughout it, he never had an off night by any measure, recording a victory at Port Royal plus 8 top 5 finishes and a perfect 10 for 10 on top 10s. His performance netted him $10,000 and a custom trophy provided by Potter Metal Art for himself, and $2,500 for his crew chief, Matt Hummel. He's now the first 2-time Master Going Faster champ, Brady Bacon.
So he's now a 2-time titleist of this event. And Brady, of course, that means that you know what it takes to be really good at some of those more intimidating racetracks, some of those more technical racetracks. Do you feel like this Master of Going Faster presented by Spire Sports and Entertainment really encapsulates the kind of competitor that Bubby Jones was?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most of the tracks on that kind of mini schedule are very, intimidating tracks, historical tracks. That's the places we like to win. That's the places everybody likes to win. And it's just a testament to everyone involved with USAC to kind of get that extra stuff for the competitors to go for throughout the year. And, Sprint Week, I remember when it paid as much as 1 feature race to win Sprint Week, and now it was $10,000, now it's $25,000, and then the Master Going Faster. So just a testament to everyone that keeps working hard to get the racers more to race for and more to take home, hopefully at the end of the year.
He has 2 of the 3 Bubby Jones Master of Going Faster, presented by Spire Sports and Entertainment titles at some of those, of course, really impressive racetracks, Pat.
Absolutely. Let's hear it for Brady Bacon. He's got some hardware to carry. We begin recognizing our national drivers, national driving champions. We'll have you turn your attention to the video screen.
In a span of 2 seasons, Logan Seavey and Abacus Racing went from being among the newest driver team combinations in the sport to becoming USAC Career Triple Crown champions. After CV and Abacus teamed up to capture the 2023 USAC Silver Crown and USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship titles, they added a sprint car to the arsenal and showed no signs of letting up in a historic USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship season from start to finish in 2024. CV led the series standings for an all-time record 8 months and 13 days between February and October, amassing 14 victories along the way to tie Tom Bigelow's season single win record of 14 in 1977. In February, CV became the first driver since Bud Kading at Terre Haute to win 2 USAC Sprint Car features in one night, and in July, he became the first driver since Rick Hood in 1985 to record 4 consecutive USAC National Sprint Car victories, while also grabbing the Indiana Sprint Week crown and Lawrenceburg's Fall Nationals. Now, the missing piece of the career Triple Crown belongs to Abacus Racing and Logan Seavey, 2024 USAC National Sprint Car champs.
Indeed, the National Sprint Car champ and the Richard Hoffman AMSOIL National Sprint Car entrant. Please welcome to the stage Logan Seavey and Brent Cox and Abacus Racing. Ready? Brent's going first. Dave's going to be in the last chance race here. He does such great work. So I guess Brent's going first. The boss man can go first. Let's start for Brent.
Here comes the accountant again, dear Lord. Man, what an honor to be up here 2 years in a row. First, congratulations to Dason, Chad Boat, and everybody at CB Industries on their championship, and Cody Swanson and Doran Banks Racing for theirs. You know, a couple of funny stories. Dason had the kind of year we had last year, and we went over to Kings Royal to watch him race, and I saw him, and I'd never actually met him. Walked up, shook his hand, and said, "Son, you need to slow down." And he laughed and said, "We're just having the kind of year you did." And I said, "Absolutely." And then when we were at Four Crowns, I saw him. I said, "Hey, Spridge canceled the midget race, so you can pack up and go home." But great season for them. And then Cody, I mean, I told him when we were here last year, he was the guy we were all going to have to beat if we were going to win this thing again. And he did a great job. So congratulations to both you guys. I talked last year about how Logan and I went to Prime 47 in December of 22 and talked about going midget racing in 23, and then we go sprint car racing in 24. And I didn't know that 2 years and 5 days later, we'd be winners of all 3 legs of the Triple Crown, and we would help Logan do the same. So entering sprint cars in 24, we were optimistic, but, you know, obviously we exceeded our expectations. When we went to Florida, it's funny, if you talk to everybody on the team, it was, well, hopefully maybe we're in the top 5 in points, top 10 in points. Logan wasn't really thrilled with those tracks. He'd not really had a lot of success there. And by the time we left, you know, we had 6 podiums in 6 races, won 2 races in one day, and took the points lead in race 3 and never gave it up. So a great start to the season. The team just never stopped after that. You know, on the way, we won the 2 races in Volusia. We were Sprint Week champions, won 14 races. We actually won 4 in a row, and if you could have gotten Kyle Cummins at Kokomo, we actually would have won 7 races in a row. So it was an amazing run. We podiumed at Hobstadt, which to a lot of people might not think that's a big deal, but for our team and for Logan, it's like we'd won the Indy 500. It was awesome. We led the series in laps led, top 5s and top 10s. But despite all that, it came down to the next to last race for us to win this thing. And I wrote several times in social media posts that winning anything in this series is extremely hard, whether it's the championship. You know, I think about the battle that Logan had with Briggs Danner at Kutztown and Sprint Week. all of it was really difficult. Sprint week especially, I mean, in 6 races leading to Bloomington, we'd won 3 and finished second, third, and fourth, but it took an amazing effort from our team and the assistance of multiple teams to get our car repaired to finish the race and still win the championship. And I remember just chewing my nails watching that all happen, and we got it done, and it takes a team to make that happen, which is what I really want to thank now, which is our amazing crew. We're the only team in USAC to contest all the races. It was not easy. It took a toll, especially coming out of May, going to Eastern Storm, and I mean, it was tough. And it starts with Kirk Simpson, our team manager and crew chief. He kept this team together, never lost, his momentum. I know it was hard, and when you're trying to juggle the 3 amongst who's going where, who's doing what, but to have great support from Ronnie Gardner, who brought a wealth of experience to our team, and then help from Daniel Whitley, Trevor, T-Bone Reed, Liam Haig, Johnny Kofer, who wasn't with us as much this year, but was there enough, Chad Vermeil, Chris Mansell, and then a ton of others that helped us along the way. And honestly, the one of the biggest, Kenley Rice kept us housed and fed, which is not easy, and it's tough to buy a lot of Busch Light for this team because we drink a lot of Busch Light. So also thank you to Adam Cox and Alexa Blank for their social media website and other team support. Jack Wrights did a lot of photography for us, which was fantastic. And I would be in trouble if I didn't mention Missy Vermeil. So Missy was the unsung hero. She cleaned our car spotlessly. If she was there, and some of those tracks, you guys remember, those cars would come off, and by the time Logan would go back out, the car would be spotless. And Missy never, ever stopped working on those cars. So can't win a race without a lot of real strong supporters for the team. Eric at Stanton Race Engines, I mean, was fabulous. DRC Chassis, the guys at CSI Shocks, best in the business. High Performance Lubricants, CRW Designs and Machining, and Hoosier Tire. Thank you to Kevin, Kirk, Spridge, Jason, Richie, and everybody at USAC and FloRacing, Christy, Drake, Brian Holbert for everything you guys do. I know it's tough. I always feel bad for Drake because if he's walking up to you on the track, you've had a bad moment, So Drake's coming up and telling you all the stuff's wrong with your car after you've crashed it. But great that you guys do what you do for the series. Of course, our amazing sponsors. We're not the biggest, we're not loaded with money, so we need our sponsors to help us out. The ones that really carried the sprint car this year were Honest Abe Roofing, MPV Express, Carrington Homes, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Indy Power Sports, Dozers Nuts and Bolts, Rockwell Security, Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Indy Custom Stone, CG CPAs, Forcheck Marketing, Fatheads Eyewear, and Drexel Interiors. Thank you to my partner, John Lunsford. His business partner, Brad Nelson's here as well. Without John and then Ken Gauze, they were my ride or dies on this deal, and their wives, Sarah and Leisha. Again, I just thank them they allow us to do this. My family, my wife, Andrea, who allows me to chase these dreams, and my kids, Adam, Ethan, Leah, and Erica. Again, my rocks in life. And last but not least, our driver. A deserved 2024 Mike Curb winner. I know it's something he's wanted, and I was glad we were helping him to get that. He's now a crown, a career Triple Crown winner. One of the things that I told him I wanted to help him achieve at dinner that night. I always say I don't know how much Logan weighs, but his right foot weighs a ton, and he wins a lot of races with that right foot. We're proud as a team to give him the cars to win. We're proud of the part that we have to help him accomplish the goals that he's accomplished in his life. The team knows that when he gets pushed down on the track, we got a chance to win. The rest is up to him. He does it day in, day out, night in, night out. We're proud to call him our driver. And thank you, everyone, for the honor to address you tonight. And I'm going to turn it over to Logan.
Perfect. Brent just shortened my speech up a lot. He was able to knock out a lot of the sponsors and people that we have to thank. So thanks Brent for doing that, going first for me. But thank you all for coming out tonight. I know for some of you it's just a long night, and a lot of people really enjoy this night. And USAC does a great job at putting on such an unbelievable event. If you've ever been to any other banquets, this really does take the cake. And people that haven't probably underappreciate what these guys do. So thanks for putting on such an awesome event and allowing everybody to have such a great night. And then, obviously, congrats to Cody and Jordan and the whole Duran Binks team. Not I don't want to say not surprising, but obviously the hardest guys in the business to beat, and they show up every year and do their jobs. And luckily we were able to beat them last year, but they got us right back this year. So, like I said, just can't say enough about how professional they run their race team and how great of a driver Cody is. As much as he does get a lot of praise for being the best Silver Crown driver, I still feel like he's unbelievably underrated as a race car driver. Congrats to Dason and Carter and the Pursley team, or the Pursley family, and the Chad Boats team. They've always been one of the best midget teams in the business to beat, and then they bring in Dason, and he shows up and had one of the better or best midget seasons we've probably seen in a long time. So happy for Dason, and I'm proud of you, Dason. So good job. This Sprint Car Championship is, after the last few years, is something that I could honestly say was slightly unexpected. We went into 2023 with a brand new Abacus Racing team, and I didn't really want to run the midgets last year. I kind of said it on my deal last year, but I didn't really want to run the midgets, and I said the only way I was doing it is if we're building sprint cars for 24, and Brent and John agreed, and we got some sprint cars, and like I said, I didn't think this is where we were going to be this year. I thought this was going to be a building year, and we'd come back in 25 and really give it a good go. But to say the season we had was completely unexpected on my end. But I've had just the greatest team behind me to make this really possible. And the credit there, like I said, not only goes to Brent and John and the team they've put together, but also Ronnie and Kirk for believing in me 100%. They make, they obviously have showed themselves. They build the best cars on the racetrack, and then we go to the racetrack, and they make sure that I'm confident and that I could win races night in and night out. And having two guys that are not only really, really good at what they do, but they're also willing to really step outside their comfort zone and make some stuff that's a little bit different than what we've ever done. And, it showed. Like Brent said, we ran third at Hobstadt. We were consistently good at Putnamville, which I've never even ran good at before. There were so many tracks that we went to that, I maybe probably didn't have a top 5, and we showed up and won and had really good runs. So that just, like I said, just goes to show how good my two guys were. I said Kirk and Ronnie working together was the best thing that we could have had this year. So I said there was... those two guys right there are why we're standing here. They, like I said, we'd show up to some racetracks that I typically suck at, and they would make sure that I felt good as a race car driver, and they'd make some changes that obviously worked. And like I said, we won at places that I've never done before. So outside of that, I really just want to thank all of my guys that are behind me and make this season possible. Luckily, for the most part, they're all here, and Brent's kind of already named a lot of them, but Brent and Andrea, John, Sarah, and their kids for allowing them to do this and put not only the financial, what it costs financially, but also the time and effort it takes to put together a race team and to run a race team. It takes a lot. And like I said, we're a brand new team. We're still building and getting all the pieces in place. And all of us, myself included, Brent, John, all of us are learning a lot as we go. So what we have accomplished this last few years is it's unbelievable. The next person is Kinley. Thank you for dealing with everything you got to go through. The merchandise, and like Brent said, keeping us fed and making sure we're good to go at all the races means a lot. Johnny, he's not here tonight, which is unfortunate. I had to turn my phone on airplane mode because he'd probably be calling me here pretty soon, and Johnny is like, if at sprint car races even, which he's not even, he watches, but I get out of the car and I'll have 3 missed calls from Johnny, and I haven't even taken my suit off yet. So Johnny's, he's into it really, really bad. He's got the itch, and Johnny is a huge part of our program. Like I said, he's a huge part of our midget program, but he is really involved in the sprint car deal. Like I said, he's calling Kirk and Ronnie and myself every single night. Daniel, T-Bone, Chad, Missy, Liam, Chris, everybody who is a part of this team. We really appreciate all the hard work every single night. You guys have made it to most of the races, and that's a lot. Like I said, as a team, we made 81 races, so that's a big sacrifice. And altogether, I feel like we have the best group in racing, and we have a lot of fun. There's never a shortage of laughter at our pit area. I see them laughing already, so I'm sure there will be some jokes later. But Brent kind of covered all of our partners for the most part, so I'll kind of skip that part. But yeah, I just can't say enough about this team, all of our partners, all of our people. Thank you guys for all coming out tonight, and I hope everybody has a great night.
Logan, you get right there. Brent, make your way down there. Just want to mention that after finishing second in each of the past 2 seasons, he finally shot to the top of the charts in 2024, one of 3 drivers to win in all 3 national series, along with Justin Grant and Jason Pursley, was the one and only driver to finish inside the top 3 in all USAC national series, the newest member of the USAC Triple Crown Club. He picked up $10,000 for that by amassing the most total points across 3 USAC divisions. That's the nice bonus he gets for the first time in his career. The Mike Curb USAC National Driving Champion for 2024 is Logan Seavey. And we need Johnny Caples Jr. to the stage, please. Not here? Okay, then he won't come to the stage. Not only does this driver, Logan Seavey, get all the accolades, and so does the team manager for Abacus Racing, who has successfully overseen and wrenched on 3 USAC National Championship winning teams over the past 2 seasons. In 2023, as we know, the team captured both USAC Silver Crown and USAC NAS Energy Drink National Midget titles. This year, they competed the USAC Triple Crown as the USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car Champion. The Johnny Caples Golden Greek Award is reserved for a special individual in the trenches. At the forefront of this unprecedented success is the USAC's 2024 Chief Mechanic of the Year, Kirk Simpson.
Unexpected.
Was it? Go ahead, you get a speech.
Oh, great, thank you. All right. Unexpected, yeah. I guess it starts at the top. I got to thank Brent, John, your family, for letting them start this crazy deal and letting them stick with it. 3 years ago, Abacus Racing didn't own a nut, a bolt, a screwdriver, a nothing. And me and Johnny Kofer got to build this thing from the ground up. And that's very gratifying to me. And to be able to do that with Johnny, this whole team is amazing. And I'm only standing up here because of all these guys, all these people at our tables. If it's not for them, I'm not up here. So, like you guys said, Daniel, T-Bone, Ronnie, Liam, Chad, Missy, John, everybody, Chris, my brother-in-law, Matt, everybody that helps. If it wasn't for all them, all our sponsors, I'm not up here. So thank you to all you guys, because I wouldn't be standing up here without you guys. So thank you very much.
Now, I need these guys not to run off so fast because we have a special award. We believe that no team in USAC racing had more wraps used during the course of the year than their teams, and therefore they receive the 2024 award for the most final used in the season to Abacus Racing.
We'll hang this up somewhere. It looks like a roll of toilet paper, actually. So Logan made a comment once. When he was being interviewed in Victory Lane, he turned around and looked at the car to make sure he got the sponsor right. He goes, this car has had a lot of different wraps on it. So it is a testament to how hard John and I have had to work to find funding for the team. And again, thank you to all our sponsors for everything they've done. This is actually very cool. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All righty, let's hear it for him. Did you get a shot of it? Quick. Guys, I want to take a shot of that. Hello, Brent. Brent, pick up the white courtesy phone. Take a picture of the plaque, the vinyl plaque. Dave's on it. All righty. Once again, turn your attention to the video screen.
Cody Swanson is accustomed to capturing USAC Silver Crown championships, but 2024 may very well have been both his most challenging and most rewarding. An off-season accident resulted in a broken left foot and left his season in doubt, but the Kingsburg, California native defied the odds to make his way back into the cockpit in time for the season opener. Despite a slight limp in his gait, Swanson showed all the signs of the same old Cody as he won 5 times in all at Toledo, Winchester, the Hoosier 100 at IRP, the series debut at Jennerstown, and capped off the year with a victory and a championship in one fell swoop at IRP. Swanson also set a new single-season series mark with 7 pole positions en route to becoming an 8-time USAC Silver Crown titleist, the most championships earned by any one driver in a USAC National Series ever, while also providing Doran Binks Racing the entrant title. He's the GOAT of all USAC Silver Crown drivers, and once again in 2024, he proved that even in the most challenging of circumstances, he can still overcome.
Well, indeed, he did it for the 8th time. It's Cody Swanson and Kevin Doran with Doran Racing, your 2024 USAC Silver Crown Series champions. Is Kevin here? Yeah. Congratulations. Your choice, who goes first?
Appreciate the chance to be able to stand here before you tonight, and I think like Richie maybe mentioned, and maybe many of you know that 2024 was certainly an interesting year for us and for me personally, and you grow to expect challenges, throughout a racing season, but essentially crushing my left foot over last winter wasn't something that certainly any of us had planned on. So that being said, I still am so grateful for many positive things that came out of that time, and thankful to look back on a great year. It is one where I was reminded how God is in control, and of all He's blessed me with, and all the special people He's put into my life. And I'm thankful for a couple of USAC champions and competitors that have been great friends, that in Tracy Hines and Justin Grant, who were so helpful in sharing from their own experience of having to overcome injuries and to try to return to racing, and everything from what to be aware of and what mindset to take, and just how to get back on your feet again. And so appreciate them greatly. But the list goes on, from family and friends to Dr. Weber and a medical staff there there at Ortho Indy for patching me back together, to the racing community, including USAC's Race Aid, who all were there to help our family through a really tough time and an uncertain few months. But as interesting as the off season became, how I had to shift my focus to recovery. I couldn't really be at the shop like I had been in years past, and I'm so grateful for everyone that's part of the Doran Binks Racing team and how they stepped up to from the season opener and beyond, and all season long to fill that gap for us this year. This year's Silver Crown Series featured 14 races on the schedule, and that's the largest it's been in 15 years that I've been running in the series. So I'm extra grateful for the entire collective effort from everyone that's a part of the team and all of our partners to give us a chance to compete all year long in a championship like this. The Doran Binks Racing team, is made up of principals Kevin Doran and Dan Binks and Ken Kyle Holes, and Kevin leads the entire operation, and houses the team out of his Doran Racing headquarters, I like to call it, there in Lebanon, Ohio. And Kevin has had such an outstanding and great career in motorsports and all different types of racing, and never gives up on a chance to make our car better and give us a better chance to win. Dan Binks has been part of the team since I've been around and a sprint car engine builder for us, but 2 years ago he really stepped up in a big way and gave us a chance to connect the dots and help to run an entire Silver Crown season together, and Doran Binks Racing was formed. Our friend Ken, I like to call him, he may not want his name on it, and he may not want to be in the spotlight, but to me, he certainly deserves it. He's been a huge part of this and is the guy who put Kevin and I together and really launched this thing from the very beginning, so I'm thankful for each of them. Our entire team has been a huge asset to go into the racetrack and everything about it. And our crew has got Jason and Max and Dave, and they really anchor the crew, week in and week out, from working in the shop day to day and out on the road. I got my friend Clark, who's been a huge help to me, not only between races and at the track, but as someone that I just didn't want to run the dirt without. And while Ryan and Curtis have each developed busy schedules of their own, they both have found a way to continue to help this team whenever and wherever they could, and I appreciate them too. All of us are grateful from support that we've had from Dee and Doug and Don and our guys at the shop, Looper and John, and Linda, who's been there to help cover each event and tell our story. Tonight we've got our pavement engine builder, Mike Lancy, here with us, and thankful for him and for Jesse Himes and Bob Hampshire, who cover the dirt engines and have done so much to help us with that program too. Garrett and Doug have each been friends of mine and have grown to support this team through their products and help just try to make us better. Appreciate them. But this 2024 season wouldn't have come together for all of us and Doran Binks Racing without the help of some important sponsors. And I'm so thankful for everyone from Mission Foods, from Wilkie Orthodontics, from Glen Farms and Rosa Machine and Tool, as well as all of our product and manufacturing sponsors and supporters that make our car better. I'm thankful for my team at home, and if you've known me at all, this is where it could get rocky, but I think I can do it today. My wife Jordan, she goes above and beyond as an incredible wife and mother, and this year she was a chauffeur and a full-time medical assistant for a while, but she serves this team in so many ways and continues to be an amazing spotter, and just having her there helps me race better. Our boys, Trevor and Adam, they are so great and such a blessing to us, and they can totally make a tough day better, but they also have the ability to humble you in a moment's notice. For my brother Tanner, who would call to help after a tough race and break it to me exactly how he saw it in that loving way that only a brother can, right? But in all seriousness, I want to congratulate him on an incredible career from behind the wheel. Whether he was racing full-time or not, he still loved to come to town and remind me that he was still the best in the family at IRP. So I want to congratulate him on that and thank him for his retirement. To my mom and dad, who have encouraged both of us all throughout the years, we're still always there to help. Whether it's been flying in for a race weekend to help at the track or to help us at home and watch the boys, or talk on the phone late at night while we're driving home from the track or from the shop too. They're always just there for us. I'm thankful for my grandma and grandpa who are able to be here with us tonight. And they've been great for Tanner and I all these years and to keep up with us and cheer us on and help be part of that too. For all of our families back home and extended family and siblings and everything that's part for Jordan and I and the way they support us and follow along on Flow, it's really special to have their support in that way. I've had great friends for a long time, and Ryan and Stephanie and Kent and Jeff and all of whom I've become racing friends with, but have really become part of the family, and so grateful for the ways that they help support me and help support this team too. I don't really know, how to address or explain this title in terms of what it means. To win 24 was really special and was such a goal for me to help be a part of a championship season with this entire Doran Binks Racing team. But to have this one be an eighth, and I think of all the people that have been part of a long career, that's been a real blessing in the USAC Silver Crown Series that have been on before to get to a milestone like this. But tonight I will say thanks to the United States Auto Club in its entirety, right? To Kevin, the board, and all of our series officials and the media and the broadcast crews who put on so many events for us competitors, who make it happen, who bring the broadcast so our families can watch along wherever they are. To Nikki and everyone a part of her team that put this banquet on together. And like Logan mentioned, a true first-class event for us to be here to celebrate a great year. I want to say thanks to all the USAC Racing sponsors, for everyone that's continued to support the brand as well as the Circle Track divisions. I want to congratulate and thank Justin Grant and Dennis LaCava and Ron Hemmelgarden's 91 team on a great season that went all the way down to the wire. But for being the type of people that allows us to be the fiercest of competitors on race day and still have the camaraderie and friendship that makes this sport so great. I want to congratulate all of our champions and special award winners, and mention Dason Persley and the Chad Boat Industries team and their entire group, as well as Logan Seavey and the Abacus team on their national titles. It means a lot, and I know that they recognize that too. So I'll apologize for being so long-winded, but I'm thankful for each of the people who are and who have been in my corner, and for their efforts and sacrifices and all that goes into giving us a chance to compete for something special like this together. And so thankful that it all worked out, and don't ever want to take that for granted. So thank you, God bless you, and good night.
Well, that's hard to follow up. I'd just like to say I really appreciate the award. It's super humbling to be able to win against all you great competitors. And I'd like to particularly thank USAC for putting together a very well-run, super nice sanctioning body that's customer-friendly and professional and gives us a place to race. Additionally, I'd like to thank our team, the full-time guys, the part-time guys, the gals at home. Dee comes to all the races with us. Everybody's wives and husbands and whatever the case. Takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, as you all know. And I appreciate all the support that we get from our team. So thank you very much.
All righty, congratulations. Our final national champion will recognize the Not Energy Drink National Midget Championship driver and team. Once again, turn to the video board.
A team of Disney writers couldn't have produced a better script than the reality of Dason Persley's storybook USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship season in 2024. After suffering a major spinal cord injury in a 2021 racing accident, the 20-year-old Persley endured a journey that so few could even comprehend. Persley and his CB Industries team compiled a series-high 7 USAC National Midget victories at Belleville, plus wins at Bloomington and Kokomo, which helped him notch an Indiana Midget Week title. He even ran his winning streak to 3 during the summer months at Red Dirt and Beloit, Kansas. In September, Persley swept his way to back-to-back scores at Eldora, and all told, led all drivers by leading 87 laps, capturing 11 heat race wins and producing 16 top 5 finishes in 23 starts. In the process, Persley provided CB Industries its first USAC National Midget Entrant title, and the second for team principal Chad Boat, who scored a series championship as part of Tucker Boat Motorsports in 2020. It's the comeback of all comeback seasons, and Dason Persley is a USAC National Champion.
That is a story. Let him hear it. Your midget champion, Dason Persley, entrant, Chad Bowden, CB Industries.
First off, going last, I'm not sure if I had too many drinks or not enough drinks. But, and if I cry, I have 2 daughters, so it's okay. I would like to congratulate Logan and Cannon on great seasons, pushing us to be better every race. They were great competitors. Cody and Logan on their championships. Duran, Abacus, you know, what you guys have been able to do. Definitely special, so congrats on that. USAC for giving us a platform to go out there and race. Kevin, Kirk, everyone for continuing to push the series forward. They're doing a lot of great things to bring people that don't follow dirt track racing to follow USAC racing. I have family, friends that, you know, have never been interested in watching racing at all, and things they're pushing forward is bringing them to the sport. So I think that is a really positive for everything that we're trying to do to bring new partners on. When I think about what made this season special, the one word that comes to my mind is relationships. Relationships within the team, relationships within partners, and then relationships within Dason and myself. Our key partners, Jared and Camilla from Pristine Auction, they've been with me since 2016. All 41 wins have been with Pristine Auction on the car. Whether it was me driving myself, Chris Wyndham, Dason Pursley, Kyle Larson, no matter who it was, Pristine Auction was always on the car. So without them, none of this would have been possible. Lauren from Nos Energy Drink has always been a great partner of ours. You know, full-time in 2020, 2021 with Chris Wyndham, we were able to pick up the championship. She continued on with CB Industries and has been the backbone of our team. Looking forward to many, many years continue with her. None of this would be possible with her and Nos Energy Drink, everyone at Monster Energy Corporation, Toyota Racing Development, everyone at Speedway Engineering, Todd, you know, being there for all my text messages. All 41 engines, or all 41 wins for CB Industries have been with a Toyota under the hood, so couldn't do it without them. It takes, you know, great partners. Spike Chassis, all of our wins within a Spike Chassis, Mobile One, DMI, everyone that is part of our team, you know, has been the same for a long time. So the consistency, having them all in our corner is what makes our success so great. Also the relationships within the team. You know, we had a great group of guys, a young group of guys that enjoyed being at each race and wanted to be there. Carlin, Cure came on last year, and how far you've come in 1 year is unbelievable. You know, you started last year as a very green kid that just hit me up on Facebook asking for a job, right? And I brought you in, and the idea was that you could drive panels after we wash cars. And to see how far you've come in 1 year is unbelievable. Danny, when you started the year, you know, you didn't even need to come to the races, right? You were just a buddy, and you attached yourself to the team. You became the unofficial unk of the team, the team morale manager. You know, you kept us in high spirits on our bad nights, but also, you know, kept us pumped up on our good nights. Connor, you know, you kind of filled that position that Carlin took last year, and you excelled and you worked hard. And I didn't go easy on you, that's for sure. And I pushed you, and you stayed with it every day, and that should be appreciated. And then Ryan, when we were a little bit underwater right there at the end of the year, we made some personnel changes. I told Connor and Carlin we were going to finish the year with 2 guys, and you came on and you helped us when we were a little bit underwater and we needed a little bit of help. And all that goes probably unappreciated enough, but without you guys were the key to this team, and I appreciate you more than you'll never know. We had, you know, some flying guys, Cam and Scotty. Without them, you know, coming to each race, filling in those roles of, you know, we're definitely a smaller team that we do a lot of racing, but we do it with a few amount of guys. So those flying guys that were able to come and be there for us was very important. My parents for always being there for supporting us. You know, I think about my path to where I'm at today. You know, very always hands-on with my cars, whether that was good and bad for my racing myself. It positioned me for where I'm at today. So without you guys, none of this wouldn't have been possible. Thank you for always pushing me to do the best I can be, knowing that 100% was the only option. And without you, I'm not here today. Casey, I thought about doing you last, but I didn't want to make you last all the time. So I left you second to last today. Obviously, we have a lot going on at CB Industries. And with all the success, there's also give and take, right? And you take the take. Without you managing at home, taking care of our 2 girls, none of this success would be possible. So I'm gonna try to keep it together. Like I said, I have 2 girls, so it's okay. You manage the household. You keep it all together. You are the one I ask the questions to about how to respond to Lauren when she sends a difficult email. So without you, none of this would be possible. You are the one that pushes me to always give my best. You're okay with the late nights, even though you're not okay with the late nights. But, without you, I couldn't do this. So thank you. I love you. And looking forward to everything that we have in the future. And then the driver, Dason. I mentioned relationships, and none of this would be possible without Jesse Love, honestly. So Jesse ran for me last year. There's a lot of ideas, things you can say about Jesse, but without Jesse, Dason and I would have never happened. Jesse and Dason were friends, and he introduced us on the West Coast Swing during 2023. Dason was looking, for a ride for 2024. I was kind of looking for that guy, and Dason told me he wanted to be my guy, right? And the idea of someone that wanted to be invested in CB Industries and wanted to be my guy, right? Whether that was micro racing, sprint car racing, midget racing, no matter what, he wanted to be my guy. So without Jesse, none of this is possible. But Dason, you became more than a driver to us, to Casey and I. The way you treat Chloe, Carter, I think, you become more than a driver to us. Your family, my family has accepted you. We're so thankful for everything that you've been through, but also everything that we achieved together. I'm so proud of you. The way you showed up day in, day out, gave it your best, took whatever I said, whether it was right or wrong, and we came out on top. So I'm extremely proud of you. I know next year is going to be an unbelievable year for you. You have all the potential in the world. I've worked with some really, really good drivers, and I tell everyone that Larson, Bell, Pursley, there's no difference between those 3. And they, there's no doubt in my mind Dason could achieve really, really great things in USAC, but he's going to achieve really, really great things in no matter what he does. So I'm extremely proud of you and really proud of this championship, all our partners, and appreciative of USAC for giving us this platform to come out here and to put on events like we are.
I'm not good at this by any means. I'm half decent at driving a race car, so hopefully this is a little bit better than that, or if not the same. So, first off, I just want to say congrats to Logan and Abacus Racing and Cody and Doran Binks Racing for their 2024 racing seasons. Mine myself was definitely a high, no matter if it was racing the sprint car and racing the Silver Crown car, racing the midget with Chad. It was an all-time high for me. A lot of firsts and a lot of firsts again after my accident in 2021. So I'm just super, super grateful to be racing again, and even still standing here is an unbelievable feat to be a USAC champion. So to Chad and Casey, thank you. Thank you for believing in a kid that was, kind of at one of his lowest times in 2023, of probably coming off one of his worst years, I would say. They put all the trust into me to build their industry and what they want to do, and we're able to accomplish that. Our chemistry on the track and even off the track is something that's absolutely unmatched, and like he talked about, our friendship is absolutely unbelievable. So to find that person that I was able to go racing with, and then his guidance in life and everything that he has for me is something that I'll definitely cherish forever. All of his sponsors that he has with CBI, Jeremy at Pristine Auction, Toyota Racing the Element, Todd, Lauren at NOS Energy Drink. It wouldn't be possible to go up and down the road without any of them. To all of his crew guys, Carlin, Danny, Cam, Connor, Ryan, for sacrificing, I felt like a year to go racing with a kid that just wants to make it. You guys allow me to go chase my dreams, and I hope that this is a year that you guys never, ever forget. To my mom and dad, thank you guys for absolutely everything you do for me, for driving me through the late nights to get to the racetracks, for believing in me when probably nobody else does or even I don't, for comforting me when times get tough, and probably gave you guys a lot of gray hair through what we've been through, and you guys have never given up on me, and I'll never give up on you. To my girlfriend Carter, thanks for taking absolutely anything that I do for you, no matter if that's a little bit of bad attitude or absolutely anything. You go through a lot with putting up t-shirts or anything like that, with all my good and bad days, watching all the highlights and recap videos that I do at night on replay after replay. I wouldn't be definitely not here without you. To USAC, Spridge, Matt, Richie, Dave, Rich Foreman, Brian Halbert, thank you guys. For the last 4 years, USAC has been a platform that has kind of developed me into the racer that I am, and it's kind of a bittersweet to not really say goodbye, but it's definitely until I see you again. It's been a ride for sure, and I'm just forever thankful for all the stuff that I've accomplished in my USAC career, and to cap it off with this is something that I'm going to cherish forever. So again, thank you everyone for being here and everything, and most importantly, got to thank God for allowing me to still chase my dreams into this day. So hope everyone has a good night, and thank you guys.
Get over to center. I will. So we got Chad and Dason here. I can tell one of my favorite stories really quickly. Billy, Chad's dad's one of my favorite racers all time. And one day I said to Chad, I said, Chad, does your dad ever yell at you? And he says, that's called instruction, Pat. So I said, well, I've never seen your dad instruct you. He goes, that's because you're in the booth announcing, Pat. So remember that one, Dason. One more. Early this season, car owners Chad Boat and Michael Burkhardt told this driver that they predicted he would not repeat as USAC Pro Source passing master in 2024, not because they doubted him, but because he was making huge strides in becoming a better qualifier, thus earning better starting spots. Nonetheless, he was able to accomplish both. For the second straight season, no driver passed more cars throughout the USAC national season than this man right here, advancing a total of 209 positions in 72 starts. There he is. He gets Buck Rice's money. For the second year in a row, your USAC Pro Source passing master is Dason Pursley. Spridge is offering instruction. Okay, so he'll get the check, and congratulations on that award. We appreciate it. He's both qualified and passed well. So he's up here. So just a couple of things. If you are a driver, you got a glass trophy. We've got some boxes here. We've got jackets back here as well. Dave wants all the champions up here to take a photo, the top 3 up here to take a photo, right? So we've got all those instructions. Have I forgotten anything? Elizabeth, thank you very much. You did a wonderful job. I think at some point she says, you know, I somehow find 70 balding, graying guys sort of strangely attractive. No, she didn't say that at all. But nonetheless, we thank you very much for everything that you did. Now, I want to thank my wife, Cheryl Bedell, who is here. She's my great companion and supports me. And she knows that I'm about to say the 2 words that make me the happiest all year. Good night.